Good morning, Mike. Hey, I want to thank you right off the bat for getting this podcast set up on such a short notice. I know you wanted to get this message out very quickly, and we will publish this as fast as we possibly can, but I know you wanted to get this out quick due to the current situation with COVID-19 and pretty much the way it's affecting the economy. So what do we need to know?
That's a great question, Eric, and thanks for doing this on short notice yourself. What do we need to know? So COVID-19 obviously is spreading through the globe rapidly, and the numbers are going to, I think, spike here in the U.S. before they get better. That's just my opinion. I don't know that, but the testing hasn't been available and is becoming available, so we're anticipating to see a spike in those numbers. The best thing I think we can do is just follow the lead of all the talking heads on TV, right? Specifically, not the financial people, but the health people, right? Stay inside, do the social distancing thing, don't get next to people, don't cough on people, don't sneeze on people, all those wonderful kind of common sense things. But I just read a report that I think Dr. Oz actually said it. The best thing you can do to fight this virus is obviously the social distancing and washing your hands. As rudimentary and as basic as that sounds, if you're out and about, come home, wash your hands, wash your clothes that you wore out. You know, nothing is too safe to prevent, picking up the virus. That's what I would say. The second part is the stock market is riddled with fear right now, right? Nobody knows how deep this rabbit hole is going to go. The stock market likes, certainty, and this is quite an uncertain time. But, like we talked about before we went live today, Eric, we've been through these markets before, 2000, 2001, 2008, and here we are in 2020, and it seems to be happening again. This is why we emphasize planning with all our clients, right? These are black swan events. Things like this out of left field is considered a black swan. We never thought it would happen. The market sold off rapidly, and this is why you have rainy day funds, why financial planning plays an integral role in your finances. But, my clients aren't panicked. My clients aren't calling me. I get a few here and there, and they just want to know that I'm watching and I'm at the controls. So that's really what I'm here to say today. I'm not hiding under my desk. I'm here. We're available. We are doing things remotely, meaning I'm in the office for a little while, then I go home. Have the phones forwarded. This is, and IT guys can appreciate this, right? This is a backup contingency plan, right? This is, when something fails, you switch over to something else. We've tested this. We can go remote just like we are live here today. I can be in my house down in Fort Lauderdale, on the other side of the planet, and still accomplish the same thing. So we are fully functional and up and running. And again, we're here for our clients. And the message I want to get out there is this. I think Warren Buffett said it best. The stock market, you buy fear and you sell greed. Clearly a panic market. Clearly people are just throwing the baby out with the bathwater. I mean, why was, a stock worth 20 or 25 or 30% more a couple of weeks ago and now it's not? So I hate to put it this way, but I see this as an opportunity. Again, we don't know how far the rabbit hole goes here, Eric, but what we do know is that, there is panic in the market and rationality is out the window. We just have to kind of close our eyes, hang on, and just wait for this thing to cycle through, and it will. We do anticipate it to cause a little bit of a lag in the Q2 and Q3 earnings that come out or the GDP reports. But beyond that, I think we finished the year strongly. There has been a massive infusion of cash into the markets. And I believe the current administration is working on other plans to keep people paid, reducing payroll taxes, suspending interest on student loans. I believe everybody's doing what they can. Again, black swan event, out of left field, panic in the markets. We're here. Don't worry. Hang on. Any questions, call us. And that's really what we're doing. We're going back to planning, going back to the basics. We don't anticipate black swan events ever, but planning tells us you come off a year like 2019 with really good gains in your portfolio. You go into a year like 2020 where you give some or all of them back. But planning isn't looking at it day to day or week to week. Planning is looking at it over a series of years. And that's where I want people to remain focused. Is this scary? Is it ugly? Is it nasty? It's all of those things. But if we take the perspective to step back and look and think about how we came out of 2000, 2001, how we came out of 2008, 2009, how we're going to come out of 2020. It's going to happen. It's just cruddy that we have to go through this right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like you said you're in your office, part of the day. So they have not asked you to self-quarantine. You're not having to work remotely 100% at this point. But the beauty of it is, it sounds like you are fully set up technology-wise, which I would have no doubt, being an IT guy, that you would be completely set up to handle anything that comes your way if any client or anybody else needs to contact you.
Yeah, I mean, forget what's going on in the news, forget what's going on in the markets. Pick up your phone, you call, we answer. It's the same thing. It's like, I hate to say it's like nothing happens or is happening. I don't want to be glib, but I do want to stress the fact that we are up and running. It's normal, business as usual. The one variation to that, Eric, is simply this. With respect to my clients, we are not doing face-to-face meetings. I just think it's an ounce of prevention that ultimately will be worth a pound of cure. We are doing Zoom, GoToMeeting, all the popular, webinar/collaboration tools online. So we're using those technologies in our practice to keep the ball rolling, keep the wheels turning, keep business as usual happening. The worst thing we can do is panic and do anything irrational. Let the market cycle out of this. Hang on. We're here. We're taking calls. I don't have all the answers, but, this news develops rapidly in both the medical field with the virus and with the financial industry with what's going on, with the markets. So, again, when panic hits the markets, nothing makes sense. So we just kind of have to, hang on. I hate to say it. Hang on. Let it cycle through. Let us digest the news as it comes in. And like I said, best thing I can do is reiterate what Dr. Ross said: wash your hands, wash your clothes, and keep that social distancing happening. We're doing our part here. Yeah, we are coming into the office just to make sure the wheels are oiled and things are turning the way they should here. We're going home midday, fully operational until the close of business. And again, meetings, appointments, and things like that, we're taking online in the webinar modality.
Perfect. All right, Mike, thank you so much for your time today.
I appreciate you being here, Eric. Thanks so much for getting together with us on short notice. And in closing, I just want to say to my clients out there, and even if you're not a client, stay safe, follow the directions of what's being told to you on the news. We are here. I think I've overemphasized that on today's podcast, but we're here. I'm here with any questions, concerns, or anything you want to know about the markets. I'm no health expert, but I like to think we know what we're talking about when it comes to stocks, bonds, and investing. So we're here for the calls. And for all our listeners, we will be talking to you soon. Thanks so much.
Content in this material is for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. All performance referenced is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The economic forecasts set forth in this material may not develop as predicted, and there can be no guarantee that strategies promoted will be successful. Securities and advisory services through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor, member FINRA SIPC.